Well, hello, siblings. Welcome to your pre-conference gathering or to the pre-conference gathering. Both myself and Jeffrey Kuan are here because we are the co-leaders, lay and clergy of the delegation, and we wanted to take a few minutes to talk with you and give you an update on what's going to be happening at at our annual conference as it relates to the delegation. Brother Jeffrey?
Sister Micheal, you have been to General Conference and Jurisdictional Conference. I am a veteran of General and Jurisdictional Conference, gen, uh, and have been to five General Conference since 2004. And we are looking at the General Conference coming up in a couple of years. In 2028, May of 2028 in Minneapolis, uh, Minnesota.
Mhm. Yeah, Jeffrey, yeah, I think we're in a wonderful time and a scary time in the church as well as in our country. And to be able to say to our young adults, whether they be lay or clergy, this is an opportunity for you to kind of search your hearts and your spirits, be in prayer and discernment to see whether or not this is your time to make a difference in the church in a bigger way. Not that we don't make a difference day by day, but in a bigger way where it comes to legislation and the very things that guide our days in the book of discipline. So I agree with you wholeheartedly.
And
Mm.
the jurisdiction this year has the College of Bishops have has decided that we all our annual conferences will be electing delegates this year instead of waiting until next year.
If this is something that you're interested in, you will be asked to create a bio and add a photograph to it. We're kind of wanting to organize that in a way to give the individuals, both lay and clergy, at our annual conference an opportunity to get to know you, which sometimes doesn't happen. As you all know, annual conference is a whirlwind. We open the door, we start, and the next thing we know, we're closing the door and we're going home. So Jeffrey, I've been thinking a lot about our time. We were the delegation, as I said, the never-ending story. We went on and on and on as with COVID and other things, but we could never have prepared for that. But we did prepare to be in that room in Charlotte. So, I think we should share, the amount of time and energy and reading and being in meetings not together, being in meetings with other jurisdictional partners and friends to really learn and discern so that when we walked in the room, we were prepared, not just with data, but emotionally supporting each other. I think in that time we became a really a tight knit team, and but it took a lot of work, Jeffrey. I don't know if you feel that way. I know I do.
Sister Michelle, it is a lot. While it is indeed a privilege and an honor to serve the church,
Yes.
it is a significant, it is a significant commitment of time, of energy, and even of resources.
Mhm.
Because the reality is that only those who are formally elected as delegates to the General Conference have their expenses paid, while our conference has been generous in supporting our reserve delegates. The reality is that it is still a significant investment of our own resources to
Yes.
go to attend a general conference. This time around, it is 8 days, but 8 days is still a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
even for clergy as well, but also particularly for laity, it is taking your vacation time to serve the
Yes.
church.
Yes.
And as a laity, you know what that has meant,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I many vacation or PTO days were given so that I could serve the church and go to meetings even before we were at the general conference, and then at general conference, multitasking in the evening where I would have to call. Thank goodness for the 3 hour time difference. Call back to my office to see if there was anything going on that I was needed for, and even receiving a Federal Express package for some document that I needed to sign for work while I was still um, uh, preparing myself for the next day of the general conference work. Also, I have to just say this, and staying up so that for meetings that went late into the evening, and but having the stamina to do that, so taking care of myself so that I could participate with a clear mind and halfway decent health. And Jeffrey, I saw you everywhere, so I know you had some of the same things going on.
Yes, and definitely, while we in light of everything that we are saying, we are encouraging folks to to
Yes.
to, to discern seriously, pray about it, because indeed, as much as commitment and investment, it 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 has been a deep privilege of
Mhm.
my life to serve to serve the church in that capacity.
Yes. And I join that sentiment with Jeffrey. Being a layperson in the California Nevada Conference, being the conference lay leader has brought me much joy, and I've learned so much. Every year I learn so much. But being a delegate took it to the next level where I began to learn more about the functionality of our church, the systems in our church, good or bad, just really totally understanding how they impact the pulpit, how they impact your experience as a lay person or a clergy person. And so I really would say to anyone out there that if you have that wonder and that desire to make a difference in the church and in the world, because what we do in the church changes the landscape of the world around us. This is an opportunity for you to put your name up, do your bio, and make sure it gets in on time once the date has been set. And then also know that Jeffrey and I, and I'm sure other delegates who may not run again, will be available to you should you have any questions. Jeffrey's a lifelong teacher, professor, so I know he loves to answer questions and be surrounded by sharing new information. I'm just new at that part of the game, but Jeffrey, you want to speak to that?
Well, I would be definitely make myself available to work with everyone as we prepare for general and jurisdictional conferences, and uh, and
Mhm.
I look forward to seeing all of you at annual conference in June, and look forward to many more conversations.
Yes. Well, be well, everyone, and we'll see you at annual conference. And start praying, get prayed up on it, and may God be with you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Michelle.